Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Ant and the Cricket, a poem adapted from Aesop's Fables. A fable is a traditional story that teaches us moral lessons. Usually, the characters in the fables are animals. And in this poem, The Ant and the Cricket, we learn the importance of hard work and planning. Aesop's Fables is a collection of fables created by Aesop, a slave and a storyteller believed to have lived in ancient Greece between 620 and 564 BCE. And this poem is a work of the famous Greek poet Aesop. The two characters of the poem are Cricket and an ant. Cricket is grasshopper. There was a young cricket who used to sing and dance during the summers and springs. He was happy and enjoying, but he was silly. During the summers and spring, there is greenery everywhere. So ample food and water are available, and one does not need to store any of these. Thus, the cricket was busy enjoying and did not store any food for the winters. In winters, the ground is covered with snow and no flower or leaf could be seen. The cricket passed the time singing and dancing, and soon the winter season came. Now he was in trouble as there was not even a crumb in his house to eat, and due to winter he could not find any food outside also. He could thus eat nothing and he was starving. He somehow gathered his courage and went to his friend Ant asking for help. Due to the starvation, chilling, cold and rains, the cricket got wet and was shivering. He requested the ant to give him some food and shelter in his house, else he will die of hunger, sorrow, and chilling cold. He also promised him to repay it when summer comes back. The ant told the cricket that he thinks itself to be his servant as well as a friend. But the ants do not borrow nor do they lend to anyone. He also asked the cricket that why he did not gather and store food during the spring and summer. The cricket said that he did not care much about the future and was busy enjoying the pleasant weather. He thought that food and water will always be abundant. While the cricket was busy enjoying, the ant was storing food for the winter season. The ant, thus annoyed, told him that he should pass the winter also singing and dancing. The ant thus quickly put the conversation to an end and pushed him out of his house. In the end, the poet concludes by saying that he thinks that this fable is quite true, as there are many human beings who do not care about the future, thus they repent when the time is gone. The story teaches us that we should not behave like cricket. We should always prepare for the future so that in difficult times we do not have to beg to others for help. The poem also teaches us that we shall also be helpful to others unlike the ant. Now let's see the poem. The Ant and the Cricket. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says Cricket, of me? At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant, to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend. But we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay anything by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. And these 2-legged crickets are actually human beings, and that is the lesson which this poem teaches us. And this is adapted from Aesop's Fables. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.